never know what you're gonna have. Because they're either getting out, or there's a steer sitting outside my master bedroom. Never know what you're gonna get. My husband and I, after we got married, we decided to buy a farm. On one side, I grew up with horses, and he had dairy calves or heifers. When we bought the farm, it was kind of perfect. We had one side for horses and one side for cows. And after 15 years of marriage, you have all sorts of funny stories. One of our first ones was my husband went off to the beef sale and I was running errands. You know when you get that gut instinct thinking, there's something going on, you better get home. Sure enough, I go home and he's still out in the barn. I better drive out there and see what's going on. I drive to the barn, I open the door, and all I hear is, "Get back!" And I'm thinking, oh. I go and open the barn door. There my husband is with a broom in his hand on top of the hay baler, and this steer is coming after him. The steer had already broke through a gate, and there was neatly stacked lumber. Well, that had gone flying. And there he was, snorting and foaming at the mouth, and he was coming after my husband. We figured he'd been brought off the range, castrated, and sent into the sale arena. He wasn't liking people too much, so we called him Cujo. That was our first steer. My husband went and bought some other heifers to kind of quiet him down, but he was always a little skitterish. And working with family, you know how there's frustration, voices get a little raised, and it can projects kind of get done. We were working out at the barn, and it was one of those days, well, Cujo spooked. Off he goes, through a fence. Well, I go running that way, my husband goes that way, and just as my husband says, "Don't run," splat, down I go. And I jump up, and I'm like, oh, thank goodness, no poop. So off we go, we get the cows back in the fence, and I'm heading back to the house, and my husband and son are laughing, and I'm like, what? Well, I hit the ground so hard that my feet had come up, slapped my backside, and I was covered in cow poo. Gross. And with working again together with the farm, you're always hauling dirt we were hauling dirt for a family, and I thought my husband had hooked up the trailer. He thought I hooked up the trailer. And there we go. I'm going down the hill of the back of the field, and the trailer heads that way. We don't know how it didn't hit we had farm equipment all over the place. We don't even know how it hit. It just kept sailing because the sand had leveled out the trailer, and it kept on going. So we had to go get a tractor, rehook it up, and hook it up properly, and there we went. Another day, my husband had given my son, because you're always fixing, building, and measuring. So my husband gives my son the measuring tape. My son has autism, so he literally does things. So my husband said, take it to the fence. So my son took it to the fence. All of a sudden, my husband's doing this funky dance, and I'm thinking, is somebody a bee? Oh no, my son had taken it to the fence. It was electric fence. And my poor husband got completely zapped. And my poor husband usually gets the blunt end of everything, because he's my rock. So there's always stories, and you always think they're funny. They're not so funny in the beginning, but we have a lot of laughs. And there's many, many like that. There's usually, as I said in the beginning, my daughter's steer. We don't even know how he broke out. He went through a door, and I guess he heard our TV on. And so there he is. I go out to take the dogs for a walk in the morning, and there he is, laying outside our bedroom door, and you just gotta go with it. it because you never know what you're gonna have. Each day, there's either chickens out, or cow out, or the horses. The other day, she just rocked her door right off. So again, you're up fixing, measuring, and figuring it all out. So having a farm, we call our farm the funny farm because you never know, and we just have to laugh because you never know what the